And welcome back to Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. I'm your demonstrator, Wodball, and I will be going to show you optional video number 8, the correct pronunciation. Now, Gabriel Knight takes place in Louisiana. So, Gabriel speaks with the somewhat exaggerated Louisianan accent provided by the brilliant, yet sometimes cranky Tim Curry. Unfortunately, this lends itself to some problems, especially when Gabriel goes through and starts pronouncing other languages. The exaggerated accent from the Bayou gives Gabriel sort of really weird take on speaking French. It gets even worse when he starts speaking German. Case in point, take a look at what he says when he reads the poem.
Gabriel selects a volume of German poetry that he always found strangely compelling.
Drei Drachen. Drei Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Ziele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
That's nice. Kinda creepy, though. Who's the author?
Heinz Ritter. I'm not sure what it says, but I get the feeling the guy was one sick puppy.
So that didn't sound so bad. I mean, I am like most Americans. I speak English, and I don't speak German or listen to very much German. So I wouldn't have heard anything terribly wrong with that pronunciation of that poem. But, because this game had worldwide appeal, it would have been invariably played by those that are native speakers of German, who, while they may not have taken offense to the pronunciation, would have taken issue to some of the pronunciation quirks that Tim Curry added to the acting. So, YouTube member Marlene55M was gracious enough to send an audio file with the correct pronunciation of the poem. Roll tape, please.
Drei Drachen. Drei Drachen kriechen in meinen Schlaf. Die Seele wollen sie lebendig zum Fraß. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener Zunge, genießen sie jedes Mal.
Thank you, Marlene55M. You're the best. So now everybody knows what the correct pronunciation of that poem is. I'm Wodball, and now I'm signing off, saying good night and good luck. Oh, you guys are so pushy. You want more? Oh, fine. I guess this video is kind of short. Guess I have to give you more, don't I? Okay. So, as I pointed out in one of my videos, one of my many videos, there were two versions of the game that were produced. There was the CD-ROM talkie version, which I was fortunate enough to have received multiple times throughout my lifetime through the Sierra Originals pack. Let's see. The Sierra Gabriel Knight Mysteries limited edition pack, and I think I got another collection just from another friend. People knew that I was a really big fan of Gabriel Knight, so they just kept giving me copies. Anyway, there was another edition that was created, the disc version, for those people who did not have CD-ROMs. Now remember, this was back in 1993 and 94. Not a lot of people had double-speed CD-ROMs. In fact, a quad-speed CD-ROM back then was sort of the pinnacle of technology, wasn't it? I remember back then, 92, I had a single-speed caddy drive. You never see those anymore, do you? Everything's all tray loading, unless you've got something nice and special. Anyway, let's take a look at the disc version of Gabriel Knight, shall we? And welcome back to Gabriel Knight. My name is Wodball, and I'm going to be doing a low-budget version. So you can see there's a difference. The screen is red. And if you listen to the music of the intro, it's not the WAV file or Redbook audio type quality file, I'm fairly certain it's a WAV file that's being played in the background through the music system, but hear the music, it sounds a lot different. Now that's because this is being played through the MIDI synthesizer exclusively. And, you know, maybe it's a little bit more legacy, maybe it's a little bit more nostalgic, but I grew up on the waveform, and I grew up on the better synthesized format. Anyway, let's head into the game, shall we? Now, as you can see, the text is the same. Day 1. I dreamt of blood upon the shore, of eyes that spoke of sin. The lake was smooth and deep and black, as was the scented skin. Now, we all know this refers to Lake Pontchartrain and Alliageti. Now, there's no sound. See, MIDI representations of the door opening and closing. No voices. Again, the text and the dialogue have not changed. Very limited sound effects coming from the Sound Blaster options. So let's skip the cinematic and get into the menu options. So, the options that we have here, narrator, text on, voice off, and hide icon. Now, 3 of these will not work. Let me show you why. That option is supported for CD-ROM only. That option is supported for CD-ROM only. That option is supported for CD-ROM only. Well, I guess that makes sense. You can't have a narrator voice. If you turn off the text, you have no idea what's going on if there's no voice. And you can't turn it on if the files aren't there. So, yeah, I guess. Since I haven't played through this entirely, I don't know how everything else works, but I do know that there is one sound effect that does exist. The motorcycle. Anyway, I guess that's it for me. This is Wodball signing off, saying good night and good luck. See you next time. Jeez, you guys are so freaking... Oh, fine. One more thing, just to extend the time of this video just a little bit further for you picky people. I want to show you something even more primitive than a disc version, and that is a disc version without Sound Blaster. Oh boy. Here's what Gabriel Knight sounds on PC speaker. Oh dear lords, I can't stand it no more.